Hi, I'm Randy Vance. In today's episode of What to Look For, we're going to be discussing what you should be expecting to find in a 30-foot dual console fishing boat. You'll want to be covered for fishability, performance, comfort, and the ability to refresh your passengers with food and drink. Let's start out with fishability. You'll want to have plenty of rod holders on board. Now, you may not need as many as you're going to find in a center console, but I like to have at least 4 shotgun rod holders and 2 in each gunnel. You'll also need rocket launchers, and there are 6 here in the hard top. That keeps extra rods handy in case a rig breaks and you want to grab another rod really fast. You'll also want to have plenty of rod storage that's secure. Under gunnel rod hangers keep them out of sight, and a long ski locker in the floor adds another storage option. Your live well needs to be adequate to carry all the bait, and you also need to have a cooler dedicated to frozen bait if you're in the regions where that's more popular. I think in today's 30-foot plus dual consoles, you need to be looking for a port side boarding door as well as a transom door. That gives you plenty of boarding options at the dock, and it gives you plenty of options for bringing fish aboard. Your live well needs to be equipped with a very durable and powerful pump. 800 gallons per hour is minimum, 1,500 to 2,000 is optimum. That'll make sure your bait is fresh and lively 30 miles out into the Gulf. Look for a tow rail that you can tuck your toes in so that when you lean out to gaff a fish, you have secure footing. Below deck, you'll want to have a dedicated battery for starting each motor and a house battery. I'd opt for at least 2 house batteries in a boat of 30 feet or more, and going up depending on how many stereo amplifiers you add and how many live wells are on board. You'll need to have plenty of seating as well, and I like convertible options, like transom seats that pull out and stow away so that you've got plenty of room to fish. You'll see a lot of different options for lounges that are just aft of the passenger and captain seat. But the next thing you want to look for on board is an entertainment galley in the cockpit. That ought to include at least 1 dedicated cooler and an electric refrigerator. I like electric grills on board that stow away. They're great for hot dogs, hamburgers, even steaks. Now, the great benefit of a dual console is the large bow seating area. That area should be convertible to a casting deck, and most that I've seen are. They'll also come with a sun pad that makes the entire area a sun lounging area. With all of that removed and just the lounges, you've got wraparound seating with armrests if your boat is properly equipped. And I'm also looking for 12-volt receptacles and USB ports all around the boat so people can charge up their phones. For performance on a 30-footer, most of the time 600 horsepower is ideal. You can go as high as 800 on many, but I think what you should be looking for is for every 10 feet, an extra couple hundred horsepower. For handling, I like joystick steering on board. There are good models from all outboard makers. And on a boat like this, you're also going to want to have a bow thruster. It makes it really easy working in close ports and adds to the confidence of handling the boat in front of an audience in tight quarters. Now, a dual console boat is all about entertaining, so you don't want to skip the stereo. Make sure you've got at least 1 subwoofer on board, but I'd go for 2, and that requires 2 dedicated amps. You'll also want to make sure you have plenty of battery power on board to operate that system. I also think you should be looking for this NMMA ABYC certified plate. That means the boat is built according to U.S. Coast Guard safety standards and American Boat and Yachting Council standards. Now, there are a lot of cool options to shade the entire cockpit. I like these stowaway canvas tops that are ideal for low speed or anchoring up. And of course, a hard top gives you the ultimate in shade. For the long-term durability of your boat, there should be cleats amidships and at the stern quarters and 2 at the bow. You want these to be super heavy duty, highly polished stainless steel, and look to the hinges and hardware to make sure that's super sturdy as well. Latches should be easy to operate, both to unlatch and to relatch, and doors should close smoothly. If you keep these tips in mind, you'll be able to find the ideal dual console fishing boat for you. I'm Randy Vance.